cars or spaceships? The Enzo Ferrari of today is the only one capable of speaking the same language. And he doesn't just build them, he also draws them. A momentum to perfection and a search for detail hard to even understand. For him, the best cars are the Mercedes with which Fangio was racing, the Jaguar E-Type and the Miura designed by Gandini. A man, Horacio, was inspired by an extremely lively curiosity. His measured speaking but, at the same time, full of passion, tells about a man driven by emotions and simultaneously by a significant harshness. The futuristic museum factory of San Cesario sul Panaro was designed, together with his designers, to go with memory through the way that brought him to create the most exclusive supercars tailor shop in the world. If it wasn't set in Argentina and Italy, the story of Horacio Pagani could be the summary of the American dream, the ambitious engineering adventure of a contemporary motoring myth. With an Italian great-grandfather, who emigrated to Argentine from the province of Como, Horacio grew up with the belief that he would have built sports cars in Modena. At the age of 12, he took refuge in his piecita, little room, to make models of sports cars with balsa wood and cuttings of chocolate cans. At age 15, he built a motorcycle with which he rode to Casilda, his hometown. He moved to La Plata to study fine arts and, at the same time, took some engineering courses. At the age of 20, he designed and built his first F3 racer. At age 23, he made a Formula 2 car that competed in the official Renault team. His mentor Oris Berta, a famous racing cars coach, took him to meet Juan Manuel Fangio, who listened to his projects and wrote 5 letters to the leading manufacturers of Italian sports cars. Ferrari ignored him, but Lamborghini didn't. The meetup with Fangio, therefore, pushed him to move to Italy to try his luck in the automotive industry. That is how the story of currently one of the most respected builders in the world, capable of making exclusive hypercars built with aeronautical techniques, started. Horacio Pagani, the brilliant and strong-willed man, was born on November 10, 1955 in Casilda, Argentina. His father was a baker, descended from Italy. He took an interest in engineering while still living in his own country. However, he felt from the beginning that the rural town in which he was born would not be adequate for the engineering career he dreamed of. He opened a small shop where he worked at a very young age, gaining valuable experience in craftsmanship. His emergence as a talented engineer came when he was hired by Renault to improve the body of a racing car. His work offered staggering improvements, and he was able to showcase his talent. After having success on this sort of small scale, Pagani was hired by Lamborghini in Italy. He began working basic jobs such as sweeping the floor. However, he was able to work his way up the company, and soon he told his boss, "All right, I do what you say, but I came here to build the best and cutest car in the world." He became a chief engineer and he built the Countach Evoluzione concept, also dealing with the development of the Diablo and the P140. He tried to persuade Lamborghini to buy an autoclave so they could extend the production of the carbon parts for the Evoluzione. They refused, saying that Ferrari did not have an autoclave, so Lamborghini didn't need one. Pagani borrowed the capital to buy his own autoclave late in 1987. In 1991, he broke away from the company and founded San Cesario sul Panaro, his own consultancy called Modena Design, which would become a year later the Pagani Automobili, a little factory of craft cars. The first car he produced was the Zonda, which took 7 years to complete. At first, the car should have been called Fangio F1, but it was completed after the death of the Argentinian driver, so Pagani decided to call it Zonda, named after the wind blowing over the Andes, presenting it to the general public on the occasion of the 1999 Motor Show in Geneva. Just 131 specimens of it were produced, many of which special editions, all sold at prices up much above €1 million, for a Zonda HP Barchetta, of which Pagani only made 3, a client paid €15 million. The car was totally hand-built by skilled workers, using carbon fiber chassis and bodywork, while the engine was a naturally aspirated V12 developed by Mercedes-AMG, which declined over the years in various developments, with powers ranging from 558 to 650 horsepower. In 2013, an evolution called Zonda Revolution was provided, fitted with an 800 horsepower AMG V12 and sold at the exorbitant amount of €2.2 million. The Pagani Zonda 760 Coupe Limited Edition, with a top speed of 218 miles per hour, is highly sought after, and Lewis Hamilton, the Formula One champion, has won. His second car produced was the Huayra, project name C9, named after Huayra Tata, the god of the wind in Incan culture. Aesthetically, the car was presented as Zonda's stylistic development, keeping that look inspired by that of sport prototype cars. From the mechanical point of view, the Huayra was using a twin-turbocharged 6.0-liter Mercedes V12, which had over 730 horsepower and a 1,000 nanometers applied wheel torque, with a top speed of 374 km per hour and a leap from 0 to 100 of less than 3 seconds. Horacio has an unprecedented technical and artistic sensitivity, which allows him to transfer in his creations technological perfection melted into one element with the harmony of shapes, which is a combination able to offer beauty and sportsmanship at the same time. 5 of them per model have been made. They keep the names of the happy few who can afford such masterpieces confidential. Furthermore, Pagani owners are given a service of an absolute level. The Rinascimento program provides top-class after-sales assistance. Who, though, would want to see closely these supercars, can visit the Museum Horacio Pagani. The Argentinian made real the dream of joining the small club of the greatest builders of Italian Motor Valley, the one following the Via Emilia, and which includes, by the way, Ferrari, Ducati, Maserati, Dallara and, of course, Lamborghini. Pagani cars are so extreme models that a new category was needed to be created to define them. They are hypercars, which is fully hand-built supercars, with carbon fiber bodywork and chassis, and customized one by one. Each car is a unique model. Horacio Pagani is the king of carbon, an undisputed grandmaster in the processing of this extraordinary element, now the basis of the development of race cars and of objects of widely different kinds in which lightness and robustness have to be married. In his own home can be found handmade carbon taps, and also dryers, sinks, stereo and much more, everything made with this amazing material, to which he gives the most incredible shapes. A sort of Michelangelo who instead of marble uses carbon.